Alright, welcome to the second portfolio for the Math 7B course. So again, make sure you've downloaded this page from Connexus. I'll go through this. So what you're going to do on this is first find some just prices of things, and you want similar things. So what I did is I just went online. You could get this in a newspaper, or stuff is mailed to your house, however you want to do it. I just went online to two different stores and found prices. So what you're going to find is, in the example they gave is yogurt and oranges. Just find something similar. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as long as it's similar though. So what I did is found 2 boxes of crackers. One was 8 ounces for $1.79. One was 8 ounces for $1.99. So make sure when you're doing this, you need to write down how much you're getting. So I wrote ounces. In their examples, they said, 4 yogurts for $3.49 or 5 for $5. So make sure you're just writing down how much you're getting for that price. It's going to be very important. Alright, so I got a few more I got. Alright, so I got chips, 10 ounces for $1.99 for store 1. Store 2 was 12 ounces for $5. Apples, 3 for $1, 5 for $2. And so on. So I just went through, compared similar things, not exactly the same. So the cereal may not be the exact same thing. I mean, one might be Cheerios, the other might be, the store brand Cheerios or something similar. On the water, I picked ones that the bottles were about the same size. So the 16 and 9/10 ounces bottles. So those were the same size. They're different size. Different number of bottles per package. So just as long as things are somewhat similar, you'll be fine. So let's look at what we're going to do with all this now. Alright, so for this next part, you're going to do this for all 6 of these. So when you print this out, this is only one page. You're going to have to recreate this or do it on another piece of paper or something. But you'll need to do this for all 6. I'm going to show you one of mine. So I'm going to just do my water. So just to help myself out and remind myself, store 1 was 24 for $2.99 and store 2 was 36 for $3.99. Alright, so now I can go down here and I'm going to start filling in this chart. Now it says to write the equation that describes a proportional relationship. So what you want to do is just take that original thing you did and turn it into an equation. So 36 waters equals $3.99. 24 waters equals $2.99. So you can take that equation and solve for W, in this case, my waters, to find the unit price. Because these are proportional relationships, obviously if you buy nothing, you're going to have 0 on your price. So first I want to find out how much 1 water would cost. So I'm going to take my $2.99 and divide it by 24. I'm going to take my $3.99 and divide it by 36. Let me work out that division and find out what my unit price would be for each of those. Alright, so I got my division worked out there. So the first one, I got 0.1245, and I'm going to round that to, in this case I can round to the nearest cent. I don't have to go past that because these work out. So I'm going to say this first one is 12 cents per bottle, and the other one is 11 cents per bottle. Sometimes you have to go an extra decimal place or two to compare these. Very rarely will things be exactly the same. So if you have to go 2, 3, 4 decimal places in order to compare them, that's what you need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more here. So I can go ahead and make sure I do both 24 and 36, because that was my original, and those I already know for at least one of them. So I know for 36 down here I'm going to have $3.99, and for 24 here I'm going to have $2.99. So I want to know how much it would be if I bought one at the other. So I'm going to take that 12 cents and multiply it by 36 and get about what that would cost. So let's go ahead and multiply that out. 36 times 12 cents. I'm going to get about $4.32. And if I do it for the other one, 11 cents times 24, I'm going to get $2.64. So you can compare it both ways. Either way, store 2 is going to be cheaper. And then I can just pick numbers here. Let's say this is 10 and 20. Do that the same for both. You want these numbers, the quantity should all be the same for both store 1 and store 2. That's so you can compare. So 10 times that would be $1.20, and 20 times that would be $2.40. I picked numbers that were easy to multiply, just doing that part in my head. The other ones weren't so easy to multiply, so I did use a calculator on those because it helped me, which I'm fine with you doing the division on that. Alright, so now I said originally to write your equation, but we didn't really write the equation because the equation would involve that 12 cents in the 11 cents. So our equation is the price equals 12 cents times the number of bottles. We use that original 24W equals $2.99 to get that 12 cents. So the other one, the price equals 11 cents times the number of bottles. So that's how you get the equation there. And it's always going to be whatever this number 1 is in this case. And then the last thing, last couple things you got to do is make your graph, and it says to have 2 lines on this graph. So it's going to be double line graph. So down on the side you want price and or cost, I guess we could call it. Let's call it cost. Cost, and on the bottom is bottles of water. So you can start at 0, 0, and just to make this easy on ourselves, we'll just call these dollars 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because our graph is pretty small here. And so on the bottom, since I did 10 and 20, I'm going to use those. We'll just count by 5. So each line's 5, so that'd be 10, 20, 30. And then we'd end at 35 there. I didn't do the 5, 15, but you can see that they're there. Alright, so that first one, 10 would be $1.20. So let's go ahead and change colors here. So $1.20 would be right about there. 20 would be about $2.40, so that'd be right about there. 36, which would be just slightly past that line, would be $4.32, so that'd be right about, say there. And this should be roughly a line like that. Alright, so for the other one, we got 10 for $1.10, so right about there. 20 for $2.20, so right about there. 36 was just under $3.99. So you see their second line here is there. So whatever line's lower is going to be where you want to buy this. So we're going to buy this at store 2. And the reason was it costs less. And that should be pretty much the reason for all of them. What you want to write is something to the effect of it's only 11 cents per bottle, whereas store 1 was 12 cents per bottle. Just write a simple statement like that and you'll be fine. And you'll do that for all 6 of your items you found. And that's pretty much it.